stressed or pressured sometimes. I'm not stressed or pressured on this election campaign. We're smiling the whole way through it. I'm smiling because I get to see the reaction from the public everywhere I go. I get to see the level of support. Our main thing we have to do is turn that support into votes. I want you to know that on the 23rd of May, I don't want the 23rd of May to be a protest vote. I don't want it to be remembered as a protest vote. I want it to be remembered as the start of an uprising in this country. A start of people saying, for how long have we watched? For how many of us have sat back and watched? Can anyone say the direction our country's going in is the right direction? No. Can anyone can any of you look around your towns and cities? Can any of you look around and say it's changed for the better? No. It's getting better. No, can anyone say we've got more freedom than we had? No. We can all see, all of us see the path our nation's going down. And for too long, we've sat by. For too long, we've been scared. We've been intimidated. Yeah. We've been silenced through political correctness. When I talk about fear, when I started my activism 10 years ago, I was scared. I wore a mask. I wore a mask for a year. No one knew my face for 12 months. I used a different name, Tommy Robinson. For those of you who didn't know, my name's Stephen Yaxley Lennon. I'm sure they'll let you know over there. I'm sure But I was scared, okay? I was scared. I know how people feel. I know why they're scared. They're scared because of their jobs. They're scared because they have mortgages. You're scared because you have finance. You've got bills to pay. Our whole country is financed up to their necks so that they can't step out of line. I'm asking you. No one has to step out of line on the 23rd of May. All you have to do is put that cross in the box. Yep. I'll do all the stepping out of the lines for every single one of you. Trust me.
We noticed.
Who here can name your last MEP?
No.
You had you have had 8 MEPs representing you in this area for the last 4 years. Does anyone know who any one of them are? No. One thing I can guarantee you, you have an option on the 23rd of May. When you vote, you'll have Conservative Party, UKIP. I love UKIP, I love Gerard Batten. I love UKIP under Gerard Batten. Other than that, I didn't like it. I love UKIP under Gerard Batten.
Definitely.
You have the Brexit Party, which is Nigel Farage. What I can explain, Nigel Farage, I think, deserves a lot of respect for committing his life to fight in the European Union. That's what he done. Yeah. But Nigel Farage is guaranteed to win dozens of seats as MEPs. What is the difference between Nigel Farage winning 15 seats or 16? Or Nigel Farage wins 15 seats and Tommy Robinson is elected as an MEP. It is that. I wanted to strike like a lightning bolt like a lightning bolt into the establishment. Trust me, there's nothing they don't fear Nigel Farage. They don't. Do you know what they fear? And I've witnessed. Why do you think I was removed from social media? I have been saying the same thing for 10 years. Yeah. It's got nothing to do with me changing what I'm saying. Do you know what changed? You started listening. The people started listening. That's when they fear it. They feared it. They don't fear me. They fear this. They fear us getting politically active. They fear us taking seats. The only time they will listen. You know, for years we've held marches and I think, brilliant, 10,000 people. They don't care. They do not care. They must have sit back and laugh at us every single time. Every time there's an election, they must laugh. When I look, and I don't want this to sound like I keep going on about class. I keep going on about our background. The reason I do that, I'm working class, okay? Many of us are working class. 75% of this country is working class. Only 4% of the MPs in Parliament are from our background. The people making every decision over us, the people dictating to us, they're meant to be there to represent us. How can they represent us when they don't even know who we are? They don't live where we live. They don't breathe the same air of us. They simply are not us.
That's right.
I'm asking.
They're all bought.
I'm asking you. I'm asking every one of you. I want to be your voice. I'm asking you to put me smack bang in the middle of every single one of them and watch the fireworks. I also hear, I'm going to comment on this after Danny Tomo after his tweet. I also hear a lot of people saying that Brexit was voted for by old age pensioners, by the OAPs.
No.
That would be the OAPs who have paid taxes into this country for more than 50 years.
Yeah.
The same OAPs, many of them who have fought and sacrificed for this country.
Yeah.
That would be the same OAPs who witnessed our country thrive before the European Union.
Yeah.
If that's the OAPs that voted for us, I want to be a voice for every single one of them too.
Yeah. Patriots! Pretty patriots, that's all they were.
The Brexit Party, when I talk about options, I know many people, I met some gentleman earlier, I said, who are you voting for? He said the Brexit Party. I said, so you're voting for the IRA bombings? Because Claire Fox is the representative against me standing for Nigel Farage's Brexit Party. She supported the IRA's bombings in Warrington that killed 2 young English children. Yeah. She refuses, still today, she refuses to condemn them bombings.
Shame.
She also says,
shame on you.
She also says she does not think there should be any censorship of child pornography online. I kid you not. When I read these things, I kid you not. These are things she has said. So quite frankly, a vote for the Brexit Party in the northwest of England is a vote for child pornography online, or is a vote in support of the IRA.
Yeah,
so when you have your decision to make,
screw you.
I'm saying, who thinks British politics needs a shake-up? A real shake-up.
Yes.
We have watched. Who got excited watching the Donald Trump election?
Me.
I got excited. In fact, I was in Israel. I was jumping around. Like, yes, come on.
Yeah.
I was jumping around. The establishment were against him. The media were against him. The people stood behind him.
Yeah.
I watched the Italian election. In the Italian election, La Liga, Salvini from La Liga polled 4 years ago. He polled 4%. 4 years ago, he polled 4%. They just swept the elections at 24%. They showed every single one of us is possible.
Yeah,
Salvini was viewed as a fringe extremist voice. He's now one of the most powerful men in Europe.
Yeah,
so know that this country is primed and it is ready. Our communities, the states like this, people from our background are primed and ready. It's about time we understood our power. The power is ours, it's not theirs. They've had the power for too long. They've got the power in social media by removing us. You see, if we galvanise, if we unite our communities in a vote, and I'm the worst, I have never ever voted. So if anyone would have been telling me to vote for years, I'll be saying, what's the point? I was one of those people. You see the apathy? I've had many people say it to me in this campaign. What's the point? It doesn't make no difference. If we galvanise, if we unite, and we spread it through the Northwest in 4 weeks, in an unfair election campaign, in a campaign where all the other candidates have £360,000 to spend, in a campaign where all the other candidates have social media, they have a way of communicating with the public, in a campaign where the police have tried to prevent us setting up in 2 cities, in a campaign where we've been physically assaulted, in a campaign where we've been told we will be murdered on this campaign trail. If we, against all of those odds, beat them, and we have a chance to beat them, and we will beat them, and it is us versus them, I believe it's us versus them. It's the establishment, the media, the elites, the globalists versus every single one of us, the little people at the bottom. Yeah. This is our chance to punch back and punch back hard. I'm asking every one of you on the 23rd of May, if we do this, I don't want it to, as I said, I don't want it to be a protest vote. I want this to be a moment in history where we look at it and we say that was the start. That election there was the moment that started it. It started the people. Trust me, if we do this, people from our background in every other town and city, not just in the Northwest, across England will look and think, Jesus, they done it. We done it. He done it. And if we do it, do you know how many people? If we do it, and when we do it, we are going to politicise a generation of our people. We're going to politicise them and strike fear into the establishment. And we will inspire, every one of you who votes will inspire people across our country to realise we can do it. We can do it. We can send them all a message. So removing us from social media is going to be the biggest mistake you ever made. Because we're going to get in the communities. I want to, after the 23rd of May, I want to travel this country. I want to get out on the streets. I want to bring our tour bus to towns and cities, politicising our people, telling them we need to unite. If I talk to you now, Greater Manchester, there's an organisation in Greater Manchester. They go by the name of MEND. They are an extremist, radical, jihadi organisation. Their leader is on record as saying we will use democracy to get Sharia. He's on record as saying British soldiers are legitimate targets. He's on record as saying women should never be allowed to work. Now, MEND have days where they work with Greater Manchester Police. The mayor who condemned me this weekend, the mayor Andy Burnham, who has told people to come out against hate, against my hate, that mayor shares platforms with that jihadi organisation. He shares stages with that jihadi organisation. He condemns terrorism, but yet he works hand in hand with them. Why?
Shame on you.
Why do our councils and police and all of the political parties work with MEND? I'll tell you why. Because MEND have got their community organised. They've got their voters organised. They vote like a military fashion. They now swing the seats of 14 MPs because of the way their community are. They can guarantee if there's a fight between Labour and Conservatives and there's only 1,000 votes in it, MEND have got the ability to sit down and say, we'll give you that seat. Until we organise ourselves like that, until we counter what they're doing. The Islamic community must laugh at us as well. The way we're not organised, the way we don't vote. So again,
dirty
they will betray us time and time again until we take their seats. We've all witnessed a betrayal. We're in Hayward. People talk about Rochdale's grooming gangs. It was Hayward's grooming gangs. It was here that the girls were targeted. People, we've seen our daughters betrayed in towns and cities across this country. We've all witnessed the betrayal of free speech. Right now we're witnessing the betrayal of our armed forces with the persecution of Northern Ireland veterans. The final betrayal was democracy. They generally think they can betray our democratic vote without repercussions. I want the repercussion to be, I want myself to be used. And my voice. I want myself to be used as a weapon against every single one of them. How many people here first got involved in this movement when I was put in prison at Leeds Court? How many people got involved then? How many people did that wake up?
A lot.
Judge Marson again. Judge Marson, thank you very much for red pilling most of the nation about what you're about. What I want to say is that what I witnessed when I was in prison and what I've witnessed over the last few years is the name Tommy Robinson. We know that's not my name, yeah? That name has become a symbol. It's not about me. It's the support has not necessarily been about who I am or what I'm doing. It's been about a feeling of people who are sitting at home feeling oppressed, who are feeling silenced, who are feeling voiceless, who are watching the censorship. They're watching their country and their communities change. And then they supported that movement. So I want to say to every single one of you, when you vote on the 23rd of May, at the very bottom of your election ballot, it says Robinson Tommy. When you vote for Tommy Robinson, you're not voting for me. You're voting for every single one of you. Let it be a symbol, let it be a message, and let it be, if you're fed up of censorship, if you're fed up of the establishment, if you feel betrayed, nothing's going to wake them up more than me walking in there on the, I would say on the 4th of July.